When they redid Cabaret, did they ever offer you the part of Herr Schultz?
Yes.
Yes. Has anyone? And
Go screw yourselves. Why would I do that?
yeah, exactly. Well, maybe I can see the argument for you doing it. You wouldn't. You don't want to. It would be sort of gimmicky.
No, it just wasn't interesting.
Yeah, it was. And what did you think of that? Of the big success that it's had since?
It's a great show.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It should be done all the time.
Okay. Yeah.
What it has to say about the human condition is a necessary
Right.
message.
Right. And what was your take on Alan Cummings?
I liked them very much. But it was such a different take on the
Right.
whole show.
Right.
And the thing that there's one little part of it that bothers me, and I remember them saying that it was much more daring than our version.
But the time during '66, your version was very daring.
It was shocking.
Right.
I mean, girls were hanging off the stage in garters and belts, and I mean, it was really lewd. But they forget.
Right. Yeah. But in the book, you talk about how you didn't think you could get this. I mean, once you were cast, you didn't even have to audition for it. How he just gave you the part. He called you and said, "Jolie, it's yours." Like one of the few people who called you Jolie. And then you got the part, and you were sort of lost in it until you had an epiphany about how to play it. And what was that epiphany?
Well, there was no indication except that he was painted and I think much more transvestite in what Hal saw in Stuttgart. And he was also a midget. I don't think I liked that. However, there was nothing. There were no lines.
Right.
There was no description. And I thought, who is this man? If I can't know who he is, how can I play him? And how can I play him as the demonic betrayer that he was if I don't know something about the man? And I remembered that when I was working in nightclubs, I went to a club in St. Louis, and there was one of the worst comedians I'd ever seen. Cheap. He curried favor from the audience. He was sweating all over them, and he was just showing them how hard he was working, and the audience loved him. And I thought, what is that? What is that? And I thought, I think I'm going to, maybe that's a clue for me to the internal person this is. And so I said to Hal at the last rehearsal, I have an idea, I'd like to try something. And he said, okay. And he went to the house to take notes and so forth. And I played the entire opening number like this horrible man in St. Louis. And when the number was over, I remembered running backstage, way back behind a flat, hiding, thinking, oh my God, they're going to think that's me. They're going to think that's who I am. This is the end of my career on Broadway. That's just beginning.
Right. Your dream.
And I stood there, and I was really, really upset. And there was a tap on the back of my shoulder, and it was Hal. And he said, Jolie, that's it.
Yeah.
And that's how it got born.
Yeah. Were you?
And he only got worse.
Well, obviously there was something inside you that you could access that, right? So, were you afraid that they would think that was you, or you were afraid that you would think that was you?
No, I knew.
You knew what?
I knew that was not me.
Not me. Okay. All right.
It was what I observed
Right. It was the
as an actor.
Okay. All right. All right. And what I found interesting in the book is when you discovered the look of the character at home, you were playing around at home, and you were using your wife's makeup, your wife's used eyelashes, so that the MC, the look of the MC almost comes from your ex-wife in a strange way, which was a total
It was
surprise
great.
to me. I know, but that's not what I was expecting. I thought it was like a makeup person at the theater would have
No.
helped you with this, but you were sitting at home.
There didn't
with your
used to be
wife's-
makeup persons.
Oh, there weren't. Okay.
No actors
Okay.
needed to know about makeup.
Right.
And she was in summer stock, and she had these lashes that had so much mascara on them, they were like pieces of cardboard. And I put them on, and they went like a marionette, like a puppet
Right.
size.
Mhm.
And I thought, that's something unusual.
Right.
And it just kind of grew from that.
What would your psychoanalyst say that it was your wife's makeup and eyelashes that
He would say nothing, only you would say something. Shame on you.
I think it's interesting. You became your wife to play the MC. I think it's interesting. Okay.